Sats, a warm welcome back to Bristol City. How does it feel to be back?
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be back at Bristol City. When I left last season, I was, there were some challenges that I felt like I needed to, to face head on, and I got the opportunity to do that. But this was always home. It always will be home, and I'm so excited to be back. It's a privilege to play for this club. I always said that when I left, and I am more than honored to be back.
And how does it feel to be back in with the girls? I imagine almost the majority are familiar faces.
Yeah, no, it's been great. It's just like I just felt like I picked up from where I left off when I left last May. And I think the girls, we have ambitions this season, to do well. Obviously getting promoted. I watched the entire season. I was hoping that the girls would get promoted this year into WSL, and the fact that that has happened is wonderful. So hopping back in with them, I'm just picking up where I left off when I was here, 2 seasons ago, and it's a really great feeling.
And looking ahead to the season, games at Ashton Gate in the WSL. I mean, that'll be fantastic to be playing out in front of the fans there, won't it?
No, it's going to be sick. I'm so excited because when I was here, a couple seasons ago, we got a chance to play at Ashton Gate, a couple of times, and both times that we got a chance to play out there, we did well. We had fun. It was like the atmosphere of it, and I think this season, with it obviously having the magnitude of being back in the WSL, being back in top tier division, the magnitude is going to be even bigger. So I'm really, really looking forward to it.
And it feels quite important, doesn't it, to have that and to have the fans in the stadium, because you're going to need them in the games, aren't you?
Absolutely. Bristol City is a big club, and the supporters and the fans, they mean everything to us. The reason why we go out there and we perform the way that we do is because of our fan base, so we need as much support as possible. It's a big season. Obviously, being introduced back into the WSL, it's going to be tough, but I think it's going to be a challenge that we're all ready to take on. And obviously, we won't be able to do this without our fan base.
And for yourself, there may be a few fans of more recent who perhaps don't know too much about you.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about yourself as a player?
I've always said this about myself, my physicality, my leadership, my experience, that's one thing that I'm hoping that I could bring this season. That's one thing that I've always been, I pride myself in. My athleticism, I think I'm quite good with that as well. So if you don't know much about me, you'll get to know me very soon, hopefully. But again, it's an honor to be back, and I hope that I can continue to keep building the fan base, and bringing people in and supporting us throughout the season. But I'm so excited to see all the fans, new, current, whatever. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone.
And on that experience, you mentioned you do have WSL experience and experience with Bristol City.
Right.
I mean, that's so important to have players like yourself in the squad on the return, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And that was kind of my big thing coming into here. I know when I was here a couple of seasons ago, it was a relatively young squad. Obviously, we were in championship, so I think it's a different beast in the WSL. And, I've watched the WSL since I've been removed from it, and it has gotten significantly better from when I played, at Liverpool 4 or 5 years ago. And, but I'm excited, and the experience that I bring, I hope that, the younger players kind of learn from me, and we can just kind of, as a team collectively, have a lot of success this season. I know a lot of people don't know what to expect from Bristol City this season, but I think the exciting part of it is a young, ambitious group that's willing to learn, that's willing to grow, and we're willing to make mistakes, because that's the only way that we're going to learn. And but the experience that I have, I'm hoping that I could bring it, and it'll help the girls in some way, shape, or form. And also the experience that I had in the NWSL over the last season, has helped me out tremendously. I don't think I'm the same player that I was 2 seasons ago. I think I've learned a lot over the last year being away. So I'm excited to bring that experience as well.